Hello, welcome to another allotment update. I thought I'd give you a quick update on what I've been doing because I've been really quite busy the last couple of weeks. So as you can see, the pots here have gone. They've gone to my son's house and his partner and my grandson, so hopefully they'll be put in the soil soon. I've ordered some soft fruit canes, bare rooted, so as soon as they get here we'll be popping probably most of those plants and the soft fruit into his new garden, to their new garden. So that's pretty exciting. That happened yesterday. So as you can see, I've started making a raised bed. This is what I was trying to explain last time about it being long and skinny and parallel to the fence instead of perpendicular. This will be much better for sunlight, much better for the light. So I've not quite finished it yet. I've filled it with the soil that was in the bed. That was really good soil. I've been adding to it, and I've added a decent layer of mulch there, just to give the worms something to get busy on and start getting the soil good for the plants that I'll be putting in a couple of weeks, or even next week actually. So I still need to wrap these. I'm not sure what they call these bits that you put in the edges to keep it all together. I'm still going to try and wrap them in a bit more, and then I'm going to be screwing them to the planks, and I'm going to be digging out 2 brick wide so that you can actually walk along here and work. And up here I've got a bit of a problem because it's on a bit of a slope. So I'll be digging out to probably around here, putting 2 bricks and then 2 bricks wide path at the bottom once I've dug it straight out to the bottom of the bed. And then I don't know whether to do a tiny little a little retaining dry stone wall, which I really love to do, but I haven't got many stones suitable, so I'm not sure whether to just use bricks. Just a little brick sort of terrace thing to keep it all in, but it'll be a really it'll be quite shallow. Well, I might make a couple of shallow steps here because this is my path to from the gate that I use with my wheelbarrow if I get anything. So I'll be carrying it across here. I'll be putting a stepping stone in there and a couple of little steps there that I can get my barrow up, and then a brick path there. I've dug it out yesterday, which was really hard work because the soil's so wet. We've been having a lot of rain, so that's about the depth of it. And this one I still need to collect more timber from my friend's allotment, but they're not here this weekend, the old shed. But there's no big rush for that because I'm not ready to put anything in it yet anyway. I've just moved all my onions in there. So in the next couple of weeks, or maybe next week, I'll be putting my polytunnel crops into here and probably fleecing it up. So I've divided the horseradish, so my son and his family have some horseradish, which will be really useful as a crop, and also because it's such a lovely plant. So I started putting some lawn in here. So some of the slabs from the polytunnel I'm going to be putting along there, so I'm not making such a mess every time I'm going up and down with my wheelbarrow and sorting out my compost. It'll make it easier to turn it as well. So this bit's coming along well. I need to move these soft fruit bushes ASAP. So they'll be going in, I'm hoping next week, be going into the new fruit cage. It won't be ready yet, but they need to be moved sooner rather than later because they're already got little buds on them. So I'll be digging out a nice generous hole and trying to move as much soil with them as possible. to give them the best chance of giving a good crop this summer. So you can see I've used up lots of timber already on that raised bed. I've tried to dig out the hops. It's going to go to my friend Sarah's plot, but it's just incredibly difficult to dig out. I'm so glad I'm getting it out now rather than leaving it in there. It's just really hard to get out. So there's quite a few roots in there for Sarah, and I'll just be adding as much as I can to that. So as you can see, I'm trying to dig my polytunnel polythene out, or whatever it is, and I'm really glad I'm doing it because that soil along there is so claggy and wet, and there's just the the cover has really messed up the drainage so much on the plot. I mean, the advantage is that other roots, like not quite sort of shallow roots, can't get into the polytunnel, but it just really mashes the soil. And can you see there I've got that's a rat hole, and the strimmer cuts, and yeah, the soil's in a really bad condition, so I'm really glad I'm taking that out, because it'll improve the drainage on my plot a lot. So yeah, if you didn't watch the last one, what I'm doing here is I'm going to be making a hybrid polytunnel fruit cage. Let me show you. So I'm going to be reskinning the first third as a polytunnel. I'm going to be getting a door in. Can you see that's 5 foot. So I'm going to be putting a door in here. Sorry, this one here. It's going to be a door, and then that's all going to be a fruit cage. I'm going to be covering, and once I've got this door and this little bit of polytunnel skinned, that's all I need. And I'm going to leave the slabs on here, and a lot of this stuff can be moved out. It's not necessarily, I don't need it in here. So these are going to be all pots here. We'll be growing in pots. I'm much happier growing in pots in a polytunnel. I can much better control what's happening, especially with this getting so waterlogged, which was really bad for my Cape gooseberries last summer. So Jim's going to be rehanging the door to go on that side there, and this door here is going to be opening on this side as well, so that when they open, I'm going to make sure that we measure it all, so that when they both open I can maybe put a cabin hook on the top and the bottom, so that if I have got any storage stuff I can just keep it behind the door, the two doors. And this door here needs to be a little bit off centre as well, so that the door I have, which is that door, they can actually not overlap but just join in the middle, so I can use them in the summer as a little shaded storage area and just have the door open, and then just have my pots along here. I'm not going to grow too much, and I'm going to really try and concentrate on getting what I'm growing as best as can be. So next week I'm going to be putting these plants into the new bed. I'll be moving these slabs and bricks. Those slabs there are going to be going to outside the compost bay, and the rest will be used as stepping stones. And Jim's also going to be taking these windows out for me, which I'll probably use to make some cold frames in the future, or give them to a friend. So you'll be able to walk through here. And the good thing is that I can always put a little bit of pigeon netting up there if they do get in, but generally wild creatures don't like being in enclosed spaces, so I'm hoping that that's just having the pigeon net on the outside is going to be enough. So that's what's going to be happening over the next few weeks, hopefully. Not sure what else I can show you. I just know that it's incredibly difficult to dig out the polytunnel plastic because it just creates a really wet spot. It's really wet along here. I don't know if you can. I'm not sure you can hear that. It's really not good. Right, so my little snowdrops are coming up. Galanteas. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? Dancing in the breeze. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to this bit here. I love all my bulbs, all my woodland bulbs, and my periwinkle. And I've even got some yarrow there, which is always useful. It's been lovely to have for medicine and for the insects. And I've got some Jacob's ladder coming up here, which is beautiful as well. That's just getting bigger and bigger, that bunch there. So let's see. So you can see here what I mean by the state of the soil. It smells almost anaerobic, which isn't ideal. So yeah, that's all for a little quick update. I think you can see why I want to do another little update, because I'm working quite quickly now to make sure I've got everything ready for when my little seedlings come up and they're ready to come out of my flat. And also I need to get a quick move on because of the soft fruit bushes that need to be moved. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspires you too.